tinier stages. And I don't know who is I don't know. I know the person I'm spectating. His name is Girl, by the way. I don't know if it's Velani or VooDoo, but I want to use the right pronoun. So if you have any information on that, that would be
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
I just tried to find it out. There's nothing on Smash GG, but whatever. We'll just go with they. That's cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
Pretty sure that works.
Add your pronouns at Smash GG. That makes it easier for everyone.
Oh, you don't have jumps! I was just about to say, oh my god. Like, he got that perfect juicy pound, and if the Puff would have had any more jumps left, that would have been a kill with the back air. But they jumped like 5 times in a row, and I was like, oh my god, don't try to jump and back air and fall to your death. If they somehow made it back with that air dash. That was so clutch. Oh my god. Wow. Okay,
and now we're back onto neutral, but high percentages already, and that ground Puff using those aerials very well.
Just you saw that right there. That was a perfect timing for the crouch there by Puff. You can just hold down and that's also pretty mean that Puff can do that. You can just hold down and crouch on the first frame. Like, it's obvious, but right there it made a huge difference. Like, if you would have had to time that crouch, I'm pretty sure she gets that grab, but
and I think he was again trying to use that back air and re-grab the edge, which has been working for them. But that up air that we talked about, NTSC, definitely gonna net you those kills. A really scary up air right there can definitely lead to rest. Not yet though. All right, and I really like that shocking from Velani.
Velani is playing this really well. Just as I said, just using those little gimmicks, always crouching. It's not really gimmicky, but it can just catch the Sheiks off guard because they're just so used to play a different style. And this Sheik in particular, VooDoo, I can see they're not playing against Puff often, but I think they have a lot of experience playing against floaties in general. Just the way they space, just the way they hit their moves, they take their time, find their right moment, and it's
they're definitely experienced.
It works really well right here. But yeah, Velani finding that nice little timing there with the tomahawk grab.
Now, I really like VooDoo's not playing the matchup, but they're still playing they're not playing too aggressive. They're not playing. They're really trying to feel out their opponent, which I think is really important in the first game. But as I say that, they just go in.
Yeah. That was the. They just made Velani so used to the style of taking their time and just waiting. Velani just did not expect them to go out there and just hit him with that rock.
Yeah, that really good timing mix-up.
Cool.
The momentum is now maybe a little bit more in VooDoo's favor. That I hope Velani doesn't get flustered by that, but they have to realize that their opponent can mix up their timing just like that.
That was a nasty ledge dash forward tilt, by the way, by VooDoo.
Yeah.
That was a lot of galints up there. At least 9 or 10 galints.
They're really, really fast. One thing about Sheik is it's kind of like Ganon, where on the ground she's not very fast, but once she uses those platforms, I mean, she just zooms around the stage. It's really scary. Velani trying to...
Oh yeah, he tried to go for that roll again, but...
They're trying to hog the ledge as much as possible, and unfortunately, sometimes it's just a bit shy of taking that. But really, really close game already on Battlefield.
The thing is with close games, whenever you play against Jigglypuff, it's not really close. It's always a little bit of a lead for Jigglypuff because that rest is just gonna be hitting that much harder. There's not gonna be a punish if you just end the game with a rest. So.
We haven't seen any rest attempt yet for Velani. They seem to.
Oh, that could have been one actually. That could have been a shield drop, double jump rest on that fair, but Velani not gonna go for it.
They seem to be wanting to go for more consistent, punishes.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But
not a wild rester.
Yeah, but maybe they're keeping their rest for later. maybe they're trying to make VooDoo a bit more used to like having no rest, and then maybe game 2 just rest off the bat. You never know. I think it can be a really good idea.
Yeah. And now that Sheik is at 90%, it's gonna be that much harder to actually find any rest setups.
True.
Like the only thing could be getting them off stage with like a back throw or a back air, and then resting them when they get on stage. But the thing is with Sheik, when Sheik lands on stage from an up B, there's this weird little animation where they stand up, and it's easy to miss your rest on that. So yeah, maybe we're gonna see it right. Oh no, this is just gonna be it. That was terrible DI on that back air. That's just
it happens.
Sorry to say, VooDoo, but it just happens. You just get caught off guard with a foot that's a little bit longer than you think it is, and that's just puff for you. So,
I mean, VooDoo seems to be, quite a. I guess what we still would consider old school. I guess even us, I feel like I'm now considered old school. I mean, we've been playing for a little while, but whenever I see someone that has created the Smash GG account in 2015, I'm like, you've been on Smash GG since the beginning, so you've been playing since before, right? So and we've seen a lot of more people who haven't played in a while come back with Slippy, and I feel like VooDoo might be one of those people that maybe I do not know from Denmark, but has been playing for a long time and is now coming back to show us what the Danish Sheik can do. And we're going on FOD.
On FOD, yeah, I like that counter pick. Sheik with those forward airs as we saw earlier, those are gonna kill much earlier on FOD because the side blast zone is just that much smaller. Velani just keeps finding like the thing that nets Velani the most mileage here is really those grabs. Like she when she gets grabbed by Puff, is just always in a little bit of a bad spot. Down air on early percentages or forward and back throws, and they're just gonna be off stage and they're gonna get edge guarded. So yeah, that's really the thing. Especially Sheik's.
And as we were talking about, making VooDoo comfortable and like, there's no rest in this match. There's no rest. It's fine. But then game 2, just going on with that really nice shield rest. And I think that's what Velani has been looking for. You've seen a lot of power shields. He's been waiting crouching. They've been waiting crouching and just power shielding something. But we haven't seen a rest out of shield yet. They've mostly been trying to grab, but finally another rest. Ooh! But that's
charge them needles. Yeah, perfect punish there. Nice.
Really
another
nice.
Regrab. That was a beautiful 50% already.
Really clean, definitely.
Yeah, that's what VooDoo needed, honestly, to get back into this game. Like that's whenever someone says like Puff is like I don't know, a top 2 character, like a really good character, they talk about this scenario where Puff just rests you and can get the game really close into a position where if you hit one more rest, you pretty much won the game. And it's really hard to come back against a Puff that's in the lead. So that's what everyone talks about when they say Puff is really broken, And I agree. Like whenever Puff gets in the lead, it's just so hard to deal with. But VooDoo's not giving up, and what we just saw earlier would have been what they need to get back into this.
It's really tough because they have to be more aggressive now, but unfortunately they're gonna have to take risks, and a risk like that can get you rested, just like we saw.
Honestly, that didn't feel like much of a Puff Sheik game, but Velani I feel like they really figured out like the